welcome back. Welcome back to Dark Souls 2. I believe we had just procured our fire longsword before I had to race off yesterday. So hopefully we will be back in Majula ready to test it out. At some point I should likely equip a shield. I don't know why I haven't yet. I think I have an option we picked up for it. Oh, I'll just stick with two-handing for now. I'm sure something will come along. So, I have 480 souls. I suppose we should head back towards the forest for now. To continue grinding there just a bit. Let's test out the fire longsword out that way. I am very much hoping that everyone out there is well as can be. Back to the forest. Alright. Well, that is super handy with a little flame enchantment there. Big upgrade from the dagger we were using. So now hopefully we can explore a little more thoroughly. Need to work on my collection of keys, clearly. Alright, what's down here? Oh boy, had I hoped that would make contact. Alright. Guessing this will also be locked. Or at least it does not open from this side. We'll find a way around. That doesn't look pleasant. Like some pocket of gas or something was ignited beneath the city. And there's a giant fire salamander thing waiting down there. Just waiting. And that one is locked. That only leaves one way to go. Good morning, welcome. Okay. Quite a few footmen hanging around. Couple of turtle guys. Oh, won't that be fun? So this is blocked. I'm sure there's all sorts of goodies down there for me. Exhibit A. Ah, darn. Sure. You can get a couple of hits in. Why not? Okay. Titanite shard, lovely. I don't think I've found any of those yet. Maybe I can +1 my longsword with it. That would be handy. Alright, what else? What else am I missing? Very precise. Some might say unnecessarily precise. Oh man, I really need more poise or whatever it is that prevents me from getting staggered like that. It's one of my biggest issues is every time I take a hit right now of a significant strength or whatever, I'm just like reeling for a good second or two. Shouldn't have been rambling. Should have been watching out for Indiana Jones traps. Live and learn. Live and shut up and pay attention. Perhaps. Okay, so my soul pile will likely be sitting down there for me. I hope I can retrieve it. Shouldn't be such a tall order. Okay. Another torch? Hooray. I'll take it. Oh. Very good shot, sir. I must commend you. It's just dangerous with so many archers in play. A tricky proposition. Okay. I'm imagining that only happens the once when you first arrive, and that now it's done. Sure. Hello, sir. Are you here to trap me? This is where having that buckler equipped would come in handy. A narrow corridor with little room for escape. All right, what do you have to say for yourself?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just daydreaming, I think. My name is Kale. I'm a traveler, like yourself. I'm navigating
Well
the
met.
continent to create a map.
Oh, lovely. Always good to meet a cartographer. Hello, welcome, welcome. So sorry, delayed in checking the chat there. Lovely to see you all, and yes indeed, woo Dark Souls 2. Which is quite an effective rhyming scheme you have going there. I like that. Things are okay in Colorado. It is quite hysteric, as it is everywhere. Bare shelves, etc. I am hoping I have enough rice and perhaps some canned chicken to make it through. I am wishing the best for everyone and everything out there. Every pug and corgi and Siamese. I just hope it's all going well.
Cartography, you ask? Well, that's a good question. When I first came to this forsaken land, it was...
Trouble remembering, Yeah.
something about a curse.
Oh, we've all been there.
How embarrassing. I seem to have lost my focus.
Ah, it's not your fault, man. You're just super hollow.
I have always been very fond of maps. I came to this land some time ago. Drangleic, the Lost Kingdom. It sounded so romantic.
Doesn't it just?
You see Majula?
Hold me in this cave.
Spacious mansion there. I've made it my temporary home. Well, as something of a squatter, I'm afraid. Inside the mansion, I found a strange map, like none I'd ever seen. I believe that it's a
Strange
map of
maps,
travel.
that's my favorite thing.
Now I'm traveling the land to prove it. Yes. Yes, that's it. That's why I came to the kingdom. Wait. No. That wasn't it. Then what? I don't seem to recall. Were you looking for that map?
Yes.
Then you're fascinated by maps, just like me.
Yeah.
Shame on you. You should have told me before.
I tried. You've just been trying to remember this whole time.
To
I've
the mansion.
been able to get a word in.
What a joy to meet
Lovely.
a kindred spirit out here. Incredible, really, isn't it? Oh, I would not I can't be so... Something about it.
Okay,
feels
so
wrong.
there is some map inside the house in Majula that is worth checking out, but he said don't go too far into the house. Under penalty of the strangest death imaginable. Weird stuff. Okay. My collection of keys ever widens. And boy, am I grateful. Thank you, lost, forgetful cartographer man. I appreciate it. Oh, just like the Matrix. Have to find myself a tight leather catsuit, and then we'll really be humming. Okay, and we're... Ouch. That hurt me. That hurt my feelings. Oh yeah, lovely shield work. Standing O. would like to run back to Majula real quick. There is one sort of strange shortcut I think you can unlock. If I remember correctly, I spent far too much time here. My first time through. I, for whatever reason, did not do well. Perhaps it was this reason right here. So I remember this area quite well. Compared to most things, I have no memory of it all. He still got me. There we go. It's one of those barely survivable situations that I hold so dear. You. I promised, lo this last hour and a half, that you would die. And here we are. At the fulfillment center. Alright, so what I'm trying to do here, these black barrels, I believe, are full of like oil or gunpowder or something flammable and volatile. This guy has fire bombs up on the corner. The idea is that you want to get one of his fire bombs against that back wall there where it's sort of cracked. That is what I'm trying to do. It doesn't even really matter if you die, because you will respawn right on the other side of it. That's actually the bonfire just back there. You just need to make sure you get one firebomb in, which can be really tricky. I'm just gonna sit here, and we'll see what happens. Lovely. That is exactly what I wanted. So now you don't have to crawl all the way down there around the horn. You can just walk straight through. Super effective. And let us return to Majula. Yeah, that was very lucky. Usually it takes me quite a few tries as well. He is not cooperative. It helps to not care at all whether you live or die. Just like that guy from the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie. I think it was the first. I'm not entirely sure. I just have an image in my head of a grizzled old man saying, "I don't give an ass rats whether I live or die." And that's the kind of mood I need to embody during this playthrough. Okay, I probably could level up. I may save some souls just to check if there's another key or a ring I need to buy. Let's run over to the house here. I don't think I've spoken to this merchant yet either. I'd better introduce myself, lest I miss some sort of quest line later by having not introduced myself.
Hello there. Welcome to my shop. I'm Morlin, and I sell armor. Oh, sorry,
Lovely to meet you,
Please
Morlin.
do have a look at my wares. I could really use the business.
Sure, just
Be so kind.
undo a couple of buttons on that blouse. I'd love to check out your... Oh, you mean you sell armor? I'm sorry, Marlin. I got you all crossed in my... Wow. That's a very nice great shield to be available right off the bat. A couple of nice sets of armor, too. This falconer set, particularly, is quite tempting. I can also use it, as far as I know. There's no restriction.
I came from the west, from Volgan. Have you been
Something
there?
to keep in mind in case I'm dying too quickly.
Trade. Very competitive, of course. And you have to grease the wheels to get anywhere. But I didn't have the funding for that, so I left home in hopes of striking gold. It's been years.
Your hat certainly implicates that you did.
But I've made
You
very
did so.
little headway. I don't even know why I'm still here. Everything's all run down and dying. It's terrible for business, really. The group calling
Tell me about
themselves
it.
the Blue Sentinels have gained much power in Volgan. You can't even run a shop without their blessing. They claim to be working for the greater good, but it's absolute hogwash.
It's interesting.
For the gods,
Political upheaval with the Blue Sentinels. Alright, I seem to have exhausted his options. So we will keep the Falconer armor in mind. And I imagine his stock may also increase as you play. Or as you buy, perhaps. And then, of course, I'll steal from him. That's how it usually goes, yeah. Another Titanite shard, lovely. Good morning and welcome. And oh yes, do see yourself some pirate movies. Especially if you're holed up over the next month or so. Perfect time. I think there's like 4, 5 of them now. I don't think I've even seen the latest iterations. I should catch up myself. So there is this massive pit here, right in the middle of town, which I believe there's an NPC gentleman who will arrive at some point. You need to free him first, or do some specific event. Then he will sell you ladders that you could get down with. This cat in here also sells you a ring that I believe limits falling damage. So there's like 2 ways you can get down. You could also just grind yourself up to a ridiculous amount of vitality and endurance and go for it. All manner of options. Regrettably, around the side here, there are a couple of little cursed piglets, or whatever these are, which are very, very difficult to hit. And also hit you with more force than one might suspect. And regrettably, once you've caught their ire, they tend to chase you all around town. Which is adorable, really. So we should be able to unlock this now. Thanks to our cartographer friend. And he said to be careful of going too far inside it. There may be a beastie somewhere. Oh, wow. I like big... Yeah, you get the idea. Okay. Not as many lootables as one might suspect in a giant magical library. I'm gonna go with magical. Someone had an interest in amassing knowledge, whether arcane or no. Well, piglets grunting outside. Makes it seem like there's a much bigger beast than there is in here. I wonder if that's the whole problem, actually. He's just like, oh, I heard something snuffling in there. I'm not gonna chance it. That's fair. Willy, Spike, and Spam. Oh, that's adorable. I love them. I love them so. Oink, oink, we're gonna attack you for no reason. That is exactly what they say. I heard it. Another Titanite shard, and 3 of them there. That will really come in handy. Especially if I have the souls to back it up. Which I don't. How'd someone die up here? Did they fall directly into the well and shatter their ankles? Is that the problem? Or did one of the piglets chase them all the way up here? Was it Spam? Spam can be a little hard to drive away from his task. Alright, what else is in here? Huh. Sort of leads into a cave. Oh, I wonder if this is the map he was talking about, perhaps. He said it was etched in stone. I would have no idea how to read this, necessarily. Though I will assume it's an island of some sort. Or a continent, perhaps. Huh. I don't really understand the purpose of it. So this must be deeper that he was warning me about. Here's the map, and he wants me to not go down here. Good morning, welcome. Still clothed, yes. I am trying to contain my nudist tendencies here. There's the skeleton. With quite a bit of power behind him. Okay. That's fair. A very powerful skeleton. Lurks in the basement. Let's go say hello to him again. See if we can get our souls back. Okay. So he doesn't want to leave. That's good to know. Oh, maybe he will leave. Never mind. Yikes. Okay. There's more trouble than it should have been. Let's see if he's alone down here. I am going to need a torch at this point. Let me run back and see where the nearest flame is. It may be the bonfire, but we will drag it forward here. Likely the bonfire is the nearest usable flame. Get some flame in here as a customer survey request. Be more flaming, if it's not too much trouble. So toggle light torch. This is what I would like. Because of all the other torches I've collected. Pardon me. Because of all the torches I've collected, I now have 25 minutes of torch time. Which is fantastic. Though I should still be careful. Okay. That's much better. Anything else to light in here? Strangely, no. vessel. Interesting. What's weird is that these shards remind me of the Lord vessel, that bowl you place in Dark Souls 1. And here it's just kind of smashed and in disrepair in the basement of a house in another kingdom. It could just be any other bowl, I'm not sure. Very weird. Alright, we have light down here. Let me see what that soul vessel item actually does. Show this to a certain person. Okay, that's very helpful. Thank you. Fair enough. And we also got another Estus shard. Let's run up to the Herald. And that should put us up to 3 uses of Estus. We're getting back up to what would be the default of 5 here. Slowly but surely. I will take every shard of Estus I can come across.
Is that a shard you found?
It certainly is.
Let me see it, so that I may help you.
Alright, you can see it.
To see hope. However faint.
I don't think she's even Irish. I'm not sure where I'm going with this. Yeah, show that to somebody, somewhere, sometime, at some place. You'll figure it out. It's fine. Okay. So once again, I still have some souls. Let me check around. Maybe it's time to go for that falconer armor.
This is dangerous work. The name's Lenigrast, just a simple blacksmith. And you are? Another useless traveler.
Rude. I am standing right here.
With his feet planted firmly in the earth. Not roam around like you flirtatious vagabonds.
Oh, that's the problem. That's what you don't like.
Doesn't matter. Go on.
Stupid, sexy travelers always tempting me away from my blacksmithery.
Do it quick.
Saucy, lithe travelers. Just, it disgusts me with their moist, greasy bodies. Oh, so good. Sorry, what was I saying? Yes, this is what I need souls for. I need to be able to upgrade my fire longsword with the titanite shards we have been finding. Yes. And yes. And that's it. 1 more shard required for +3. Or maybe that's still just +2. I'm not sure. I'm hoping it's +3. So now this should be slightly better.
I'll be around.
You mean when I make it back? I'll be back to flirt you away from your blacksmith duties. Don't you worry. So, that being the case, let's buy falconer armor. We still have enough fresh, hot cash to pull it off. Hello, Maulin.
Again? I hope you find something of use.
Oh, I'm sure I will find some use in your falconer armor. You know how much I want to get into your tunic, Maulin.
Thanks very much. And do please come again.
Oh, thank you. I will. Because of such a kind offer, I surely will. Alright, it is a little bit heavy. I'm not sure what that those bottom two icons over there. I'm not sure what the topmost one means. The 75 out of 75? Maybe that's just durability. Probably durability. So that's a bit of a shame, but let's try it and see if it's not too heavy. I will need to upgrade my endurance and whatnot as soon as possible. Okay, so we now have a slightly upgraded longsword. We have a shortcut opened out at the forest. This one is a little bit open-ended in that you can kind of go anywhere. There's, much like the first one, there's no set path to start on. You can go off toward the sunken city I was showing you earlier there, just as easily as you can get to the forest. But it is a little more complicated out that way. You run into a boss fairly immediately following that path. So I'm going to keep going down the forest path this way for the moment. But we will soon be headed off to Hyde's Tower, however you say it. Oh, it's having me moderate a message. When you're as ripped as Lenegrast, every hammer blow warms the metal back up to pliability, so he can afford to be slow. It's fantastic. Of course I will allow this comment. I'm not sure why the auto-moderator... It saw the word Lenegrast, and it was like, what ancient slur be this? We cannot allow it in the chat. That's fantastic. You are hopefully free from prison. My apologies there. Okay. Let me check her stock once more, make sure I didn't miss anything besides the blacksmith key. I think she does have a Pharaoh's Lockstone, though I likely won't be able to afford it. 4,000. It is good to have as many of those as you can. For later. For an area later that I'm not looking forward to at all. But other than that, I think most of her stock is gettable elsewhere. So let's see if we can go find Peter Serafinowicz here. I think we're getting close. So close to dying. There you go. Give up the ghost. Do you mind? I'm trying to enjoy my quinceañera down here, and this is my worst quinceañera ever. Alright, I believe that gentleman there is Peter Serafinowicz, if memory serves. I'm nervous. I'm starstruck, even. Oh, here it goes with the Lenegrasting again. Keep saying it's like an identity issue. You're calling out Lenegrast by name, and it does not appreciate this. I have no idea what it's doing. My apologies. Here we go. Okay.
Hello there. Traveling all alone in these treacherous times.
Oh, that's smooth.
I hope you have a very good
Oh,
reason.
Peter Serafinowicz.
Oh, hogwash. Who am I to judge? My name is Pate. I journey hither and
Hello,
thither
Pate.
for a sort of treasure hunt, you might call it. Be careful out there. There's talk of unsavory bandits who prey upon travelers like yourself.
Are you one of them? Is it you? Is that what I'm to understand?
Oh yes, you be cautious if you go any farther. There's treasure in there for certain, but the entrance locks from behind. I saw the same design earlier, and it's the same contraption, I'm sure. I was with this warrior, you see, and he insisted that he go inside first. The rather brusque fellow tried to swipe the lid for himself, but it trapped him inside.
But it trapped him inside.
I hope he wasn't harmed.
You stole his ring? How did you come across his ring, exactly?
I'm worried about what might be inside.
There seems to be a theme with people with P names. Patches, Pate, Peter. Completely untrustworthy. Don't listen to any of them. Oh, nice ballistas you've got there. Excellent ballistas. That was close. That was close and then failed. Okay. Now the ballistas are mine. Is it ballistas, or do they become ballistae at that point? I'm not up to date on my medieval terminologies. Well, this looks uncomfortable. Just looks like an uncomfortable area down here. Trap ahead. Are you sure? I think at some point in Dark Souls 2, and it may be here, it may be now, we may be upon it, they introduce not only mimics, which eat you, but there's also like poison chests, and perhaps crossbow chests, something like that. Oh, fantastic. Either way works. The plural form of ballista is ballistas or ballistae. Ballistae? Compliments of word hippo. That's fantastic. Oh, that's lovely in Italian. Balestre? I attempt quite poorly. Balestre? It's a poison. Oh, ha. Just barely get out of it. In time. Ah, and now we have 3 Titanite shards. So we can go plus 2, plus 3. I'm still not sure. These are what, by the way, these little face stones are what you use those Pharaoh's lock stones, the thing that Melentia, or whatever her name is up there, is selling for 4,000. These fit into their mouth, and they're like machines that activate, basically. You can open secret passages, or elevators, or all manners of craziness. So typically they activate like a symbol, a flaming face symbol somewhere else, and then I thought you had to hit it. There it goes. I must have done like a parry thing with my sword instead of an actual strike. So look for the flaming face and strike it. Oh wow, that's really nice. Titanite slab right off the bat. Those can be hard to find. And if I'm not mistaken, that ring might increase stamina. Yes, you know me and stamina increase. That's my favorite. Oh, that reminds me, there is another early ring we really need to get. Sooner rather than later. I think it's off at the sunken city, the Hades Tower. We can definitely go there soon. I'm becoming very Batman-y. My apologies. Hey everyone. Hope hope you're having a great day. I hope that you buy a cute pet chinchilla and give him little snackies. Alright, it's done. I'm done now. Let's, in fact, go back towards that ring now before we get any further into the forest. We are so close to the bonfire still, I would hate to get stuck somewhere. There is a ring that will help a lot of things. And I guess Majula is going to be the closest I get to it. That's fair. I hope you're having a great day. I'm not, because I'm Batman. And just in case I die horribly, let's see if we can get rid of some souls first.
Larger, more powerful souls seek them, lest this land.
Yeah. Gonna get real tired of that speech. I'm warning you now, Emerald Herald. So they've added a new thing here that I need to take into consideration. Before there was just vitality, which affected your HP. Now there's vitality, there's also vigor, which I think both increase your HP, but they have different effects. So vitality is equipment load, endurance is stamina, and poise. Vigor is like just HP and resistances, perhaps? I know these will switch off as I level them up, so you can't be sure. The ones that are highlighted now are the only ones they affect. I'm pretty much not going to go for any intelligence or faith unless there's a specific item I need. Adaptability is another one that's new, I think. And that also affects poise, and it also affects agility, which is like running speed and rolling speed. So adaptability is also very, very tempting. I think I may soak some into there. And now we'll have very little to lose out at Hades Tower. Let's try it. Let's make our way out this way to the sunken city. As we go Scottish. There does seem to be a shortage of Scottish or Dwarvish merchants in this game. I'll have to make do. Oh no, it's perfectly... excuse me. That's all the voice I had, apparently. It's perfectly acceptable to miss Onion Man. I dearly miss him as well. I think there may be a citizen of Katarina in this game, and they all wear that onion armor. So there may be a sighting later that I'm looking forward to. Down in the aqueduct, it seems. Down in the aqueduct, just looking for trouble. Looking for rats in all the right places. I have about another 20 minutes here at least. I'll try to get as far into Hades Tower as I can. I've been terribly remiss in informing you of my schedule lately, for which I do apologize. I hope to be a little bit better at letting you know when I'm going to disappear and leave you hanging. / reappear suddenly. So, something to know about the sunken city. There is this large tower of flame out here, Hades Tower, where a boss is waiting to fight you. That will be your goal, effectively. And I think there's another boss up in the cathedral there that's sort of a later. For later. Save it. And these guys are kind of tired of fighting, I suppose. But just something to know if you have any interest in grinding out this area. We mentioned in a previous session that in Dark Souls 2 it's possible if you kill everybody 12 times, like this guy or that guy, the big guy standing between the statues there. If I was to kill them and then go rest at a bonfire, kill them again 12 times, they would eventually disappear. So something to keep in mind about this area if you're interested in grinding it is it's better to grind it right now when you hit that first bonfire, which is just down there by the sea. It's better to grind it now because these big guys will chase you, but unless you get up near the cathedral, these white knights will not get up. They're too tired. So you can have at least a good 1 or 2 hits on them while they are sitting. But if you kill the Dragon Rider, the boss that's waiting for us in the tower there, they'll all become aggressive all the time. Just a little something to keep in mind. I don't know why I'm instructing you such, but there we have it. These are the things that hit me during my playthrough many years ago. So as long as the boss in the area has not been killed, you can do whatever you want. Okay. Stop locking on to him. I don't think I actually activated this. I think I just looked at it and passed it by. One moment. There we go. These guys are also a pretty nice way to get a couple of easy souls, because they have a very recognizable attack pattern that never changes. 3 swings from the sword, and then they die. So you can get, if you're trying to buy, a key or a ring or something, this can be a good area to come when these guys are still resting, because it's not very dangerous here. Just yet. I say that, and then we get to this mace guy. This mace guy is very dangerous, and his attack pattern is no fun at all. One could go so far as to say that I hate his attack pattern. This falconer armor was definitely the right decision. Those hits are, in a word, ouchy. Other thing to watch are these little squares here. Ta-da! They're each assigned to one of those Iron Knights, the big guys. And some of them are like more than one. Like I think you need to kill all 3 of those in the next area. But if you see in that boss arena there, you can actually see the Dragon Rider waiting for us with his massive halberd. And there's just a tiny little circle he's standing on there. When you activate these, more floor comes up. Exhibit A. And the boss arena is then actually bigger. And if you can hit this one, and then there's another one that pops up in that next room, then the arena is as big as it can be. I think there's only 2 So you want to hit 2 of those before you fight the Dragon Rider, if at all possible. Otherwise, it's just kind of a mess. Kind of a nightmare. Poking the bonfire without resting at it is a Suulpiism, yes. That's my trademark. So I'm trying to get one of these guys at a time, if at all possible. No, maybe not. Give us a little room here. This is such a narrow, windy thing. I'm going to just try to get him all the way back here where it gets a little wider. Because I don't know how this greatsword reacts exactly. Oh no. That hurt me deeply. Okay. Let's have some Estus. And he fell off. Lovely. And it looks like it's only that greatsword guy. You see the lever just popped up there. So you don't have to get these guys if you don't want to. See if I have time to pull it. Another one fell off. That is very lucky. Okay. Making progress. So the ring that I need, I think you can probably see from here, is in that chest behind that guy. He is actually the only white knight you will need to aggro in order to get the ring. So we will need to fight one rather more dexterous knight here. He's been working on his agility, that's for sure. But we have one more lovely mace gentleman to handle first. I'm wondering if I should use some of these witching urns or something just to make it a little easier. And because they just have a great cinematic effect. I mean, why not? That hurt. Ah, so close. That was my bad. And now everybody's gonna be alive again. Which doesn't bode well for my time limit, but we'll figure it out. I always gotta be more careful about where I'm backstepping. Alright, I'm gonna try to skirt around this mace guy. Ah. Such good aim, that mace guy. Because when things get a little crazy, there is a small trick you can use here to sometimes grab the ring without needing to clear the entire area. Which is now going to be my plan because I need to do it faster. So you can actually make this jump, and no one else can. You can very occasionally get them to fall off that way. Very occasionally. You can also aggro the knight and he will get up, and then you can try to do this much the same thing with all three of them to just grab the ring first. But it gets very complicated. Hoping for some positional luck here. Alright. Running back to the pile. That old gag. Gosh, his aim, 'tis true. So I'm gonna try to aggro the knight, the white knight, more quickly, get him to come around, then make the jump, grab the ring, get out of there. It sounds easy when you say it like that. So I want him to come out here. Oh good, he fell right off. I'll take it. Open. Open. Anytime now. There you go. Ah! That was such perfect timing. Literally stopped me dead mid-jump at exactly the right time. That's fine. I have the ring now. If I can just get my soul pile back, I will be fine and dandy. That was just lovely. It's like I was a clay pigeon. Okay, I want to equip this ring of binding. This is what I just grabbed, and as you can see, it limits HP reduction when hollow. So the more you die in this one, the more that little twisty end cap to your health bar decreases down the line until you eventually have 50% health. And until you use like a humanity item, you will stay at 50% health. But with this ring, it's stuck up at 75, so no matter how many times I die, no matter what I do, I can only get down to 75% total health. Which really makes all the difference in the world. It doesn't sound like much, but in a game like this, oh goodness, it's one of the finest items you can acquire early on. So now I hope the knight will not be aggressive. I can just grab this and move on with my life. Having pilfered his chest. Let's just see if I can make it past these guys. I don't want to be locked on. For any reason. No thank you. Not sure why I was. Alright, so we can definitely come back here now at any point and continue looting and clearing it on the way to the Dragon Rider boss. But we will now have the Ring of Binding. I'm so glad. And I think I had better cut it there for now. Regrettably, I have one more appointment I need to make out in the wide world, and then I'm hoping to basically be held up for about 2 weeks, is my plan. And I'm hoping that during that time there will be opportunities to stream for quite a while. So, thank you for your time, your kind attention here as we struggled through the Big Iron Nights, and I will very, very gladly see you next time. Thank you again, and bye for now.